tablet. Cause my phone is forever dead. Like, they lose battery really fast. The first thing I would like to touch up on is, so depending on where you live or what type of school you go to, you'll have probably between 4 to like 8 or 7 classes a day. It just really depends on where you live. I mean, maybe even junior high or middle school you had 7 or 8 classes a day. I really don't know, it really just depends. And so, but where I live, we only have 4, and you don't have to take gym. You can take gym as a senior if you want to. You don't have to take gym until like last minute. I decided to just get it over with. But then again, like, I'm not one of those types of girl that's like don't like to, you know, like not do sports. Like, I can do them if I want to. It's like dodgeball. You think that those movies about how dodgeball is so serious is just like, oh, that's just fake. No. Maybe it is at your school, but at my school, people take that seriously. But anywho, that's just me about gym. I found out that people's true colors come out when they feel like they need to grow up. And unless you're still like, I don't know, whatever people do that are childish, unless you're still doing those things, I really don't think that there's like a lot of growing up you really have to do unless you surround yourself with people that you know are more, I guess, not like you, and so you have to grow up to be like them. So I guess that would be really most, but 8th graders and 9th graders are a lot more alike than people really let on. Like, some people just like cannot stand 8th graders when they're 9th graders, and I'm just like, how can you say that in just 2 months ago you were in 8th grade? So I don't really know where that comes from, but hey, what can I say? But anywho, I don't judge. I don't judge. But yeah. Another thing is you kind of have to march to the beat of your own drum. You can't really make sure you're happy to everyone. Yeah. And another thing I was also saying is being rad. Like be you. Like, be who you are. You know. People aren't always going to accept you being different, and that's okay, because I'd rather be different and be me than be someone else and have to empty my pockets being someone else. Now I want to talk about sports. I think that it's good to do sports, honestly. I think that is really fun. It's a great way to socialize or whatever. But I mean, I feel like as a 9th grader, you also have the responsibility of like doing whatever work you have, and then doing sports just coming in, it's kind of a little bit more pressure and more stress. So I mean, if you want to wait a year, then you could, because unless you have teachers who don't really give a lot of homework or anything like that, because some teachers understand that you have other things to do, but some teachers don't care and they still give you stuff like that. So plus sports, it adds a lot more stress. But I mean, at the same time, if you know how to prioritize and organize, you can still get it all done. So it really just depends on who you are as a person. I know I did it and I still had good grades. So again, it just depends on who you are as a person. And it's a great way to meet people, have friends, and it's a great way. It also looks good on a college application that you do sports in high school. I mean, it's fun too. I mean, especially if you're good at the sport or if you like the sport, it's fun. So yeah. Next thing is socializing. I feel like everyone socializes in different ways, but where we're back on socializing, I feel like everyone has their different type of way that they like to socialize. If you like being to yourself and being quiet, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. You find your own peace of mind, and you observe a lot more things than people who aren't as quiet. So, you know, that's what I feel like about that whole situation. And second, if you're just flat out afraid to talk to people because it's high school and you feel like it's intimidating, don't feel like that, because most of the time that's just what movies give you the idea of, and a lot of times school is a lot different from how it is in movies. So just keep that in mind. And that's while you're quiet. And you know, never be afraid to talk to anyone. And if they give you a hard time for talking to them, just be like, wow. You don't have to say it to them, but you can just like, wow, this is what you do with your life. I'm kidding. But like, that's what you do with your life, really. I feel like that's really unnecessary. So you know what, just don't talk to them unless they talk to you. And you don't have to kill them with kindness because, but yeah. If you want to, you can, but I feel like you really don't have to, because that's more than likely, that's going out of your way to be kind to some other people, and that's giving them the time of the day. Like, if they're mean to you and your comeback is saying something nice about them, I feel like don't even say anything back. Just don't listen, because you're still giving them the time of your day by saying something nice when you know you don't mean it in the first place. So, you know, I feel like that you really don't have to do that. That's what organization. Organization is key, not just in school, but in life. I feel like if you're an organized person, you're a set straight person. So all your stuff is put together and you don't have to worry about anything going missing or lost. If you are organized, then that's all that matters, because most of the time your stuff will be put in order, and so you don't have to worry about anything because everything is where it should be and it's already set in stone. So that's how I feel about organization. But if you want more tips or more advice, you can always look those type of videos up on YouTube. Okay, and another thing is studying. I feel like it just really depends on who you are as a person, but it just depends on whatever type of learner you are as a person. So that there's no right or wrong way to me, unless you just flat out don't try anyway. But some people, that's how they stay as well. It just depends on who you are as a person. You gotta remember that each time. And the next one, next thing I'm gonna do is tips. Remember that you only get these 4 years only one time. Even if you go back because you don't finish anything, you'll only get these experience one time. Remember that these are your only years that you'll have that are like this. So just remember that and keep that in mind. And also that being right isn't always right. So don't let everything that people say to you get to you, because sometimes you have to give up the right for the wrong. You know, sometimes you have to just let things go. You don't always have to win every battle. Like that saying, they won the battle, but you were in the war. So that specific time we can talk. But yeah, so just stick true to your morals as well. So don't let people change you and change your morals. Yeah. Anywho, I think that's pretty much it. Especially since I hope you guys have an amazing full day. And remember, if you want extra tips or extra advice that you think that I did not suffice to your standards, be sure to just look up more videos like this. Till we meet again.